everyone, hello and welcome to Rutana's Box and Stop and another week in pickups. Let's start with something we usually start with. The spoiler for the next week on Rutana Unboxing. The next loot anime finally arrived. You'll find out what's inside here in the next week on Rutana's Unboxing, Wednesday. So, tune into Rutana's Unboxing if you want to see the loot anime contains. Next thing we have here is a beautiful tank top with 2 pink mushrooms, stomp to the beat, and if you know me, you know why I bought this. Yeah, Secret of Mana was my childhood, and these are actually the characters from Secret of Mana. It's King Truffle and, well, one of his underlings. It's a good fungi in Secret of Mana, because he also had mushroom enemies, but these were the good ones. And yeah, when I see something of Secret of Mana, I have to get it. There's so less merchandise for Secret of Mana. I have to take the chance when I get it. Alright, next item. Next thing I got straight from Japan. And it's a Final Fantasy orchestral album, produced by Nobuo Uematsu. And I still think that Nobuo Uematsu is the very best video game composer out there. Nothing against Koji Kondo, I love Koji Kondo's tunes just as much. And we have a lot of great other composers out there whose name I usually can't really compile. Let me try. So Yoko Shimura is amazing, was responsible for Kingdom Hearts if I'm not completely wrong. The composer for Secret of Mana, Hikari Sensei, was also very, very good. But Nobuo Uematsu managed to build up such a legacy over such a long time that for me he's unbeatable. While Koji Kondo's tracks are nice and you can hear them on hours, for a purpose he made this music so you could hear it on hours. It's also a lot simpler, which doesn't make it bad, but Nobuo Uematsu's tracks just have a little bit different kind of magic in them. And yeah, Final Fantasy VI especially. Now let's remove the typical Japan slipcase. And look what's inside this huge box. I mean, there has to be a lot in it, no? Right? Yeah, I guess you can hear my sarcasm out. Alright, I got notified about the very existence of this box by Blip Blop. Blip Blop is a Twitter account who specializes on collecting all kinds of information about video game vinyls and sometimes anime vinyls as well. And it's a very, very cool account to follow, especially if you collect video game vinyls yourself, because they don't miss out on a single release. And from them I knew that there's a vinyl with orchestrated Final Fantasy music by Nobuo Uematsu, and that this was an instant buy. Here we have the great booklet with codes you can take in if you want, because I don't have any Japan account I could use them with. It's a great picture album. I actually had the pleasure to attain a Final Fantasy concert, or Nobuo Uematsu tribute concert. It wasn't just Final Fantasy, but mainly Final Fantasy. No, it was all Final Fantasy. It was all Final Fantasy. In Köln, in Cologne. And it was played by the WDR Rundfunkorchester, the radio orchestra from the WDR. It was a great concert. I'm not so on board with the arrangements the WDR does on its own. but the concert itself was amazing. And what was really special was that Nobuo Uematsu attended the concert himself. He also had a signing hour, but unfortunately I totally underestimated how many people can get a sign within an hour, and so I was too far back in the line to get his autograph, and I'm really, really annoyed by this still today. But we couldn't have get any sooner there. I attended the concert with my mom. We drove on that day with the train 500 kilometers just to attend this concert. We were beat. We had to refresh ourselves in the hotel before we went there, and I couldn't put the strain on my mom to stand there for over an hour in the line. We were there an hour early and still didn't got anything, so yeah. She's not the youngest. I couldn't ask her to wait 2 hours just for an autograph. So yeah, missed the autograph, but we didn't sit that far away from Nobuo Uematsu in the concert, which was really awesome. I mean, it wasn't just like, oh, I could see his, well, I could see his face, but let's say I sat here, he sat there, and you could see him, and he had a German flag on his, to cover his hair, which was a really nice touch. Yeah, it was an awesome experience. At least to be so close to him was an awesome experience. And here we have the vinyl. The amazing vinyl. And then we have a Blu-ray. And that's it. This is all packaging material. Why? Why would you make such a big box for this? This is all that's inside. I mean, look at this. Why do you need to make such a big box? I really don't get it. I especially don't get it because in Japan many people, if not most people, have small flats. They don't have much room. Saving space is a big thing in Japan. Why have such a big box? I don't get it. It's such a waste of space. It's not even to secure the vinyl because it's all up here. If that's be 2 different plastic sheets, one underneath and one on top of the items, then I would have understood, and I would have said, okay, it's maybe for safety reasons. Yeah, I don't get it. Let's take a look at the Blu-ray first. Now in Japan it seems that there's a huge trend on releasing music on Blu-ray instead of CD. So you also have something to watch. And usually the tracks are on there as well, so you can just drag them onto your PC. And yeah, I'm looking forward to listen into this Blu-ray, to give it a spin and see what's on it. And the second thing we still have to look at is the vinyl. I haven't opened it myself yet. Final Fantasy vinyls are already very rare to get. I have the luck that I have several, and it's a really classic vinyl. It's black, gold, and beautiful. So can't wait to give it a spin. The tracks on it are, I guess, a medley from Final Fantasy 1 to 3, Eyes on Me from Final Fantasy 8, something from Final Fantasy 10, which I would just guess might be Sanakant. I can't read the kanji, unfortunately, and I just won't check it up now. I might put it in the screen. Something from Final Fantasy 6 and something from Final Fantasy 5. 5 tracks in total, which for one vinyl is absolutely okay. And Eyes on Me is especially a very, very good choice. I have a vinyl single version of Eyes on Me, which is also pretty awesome. So yeah, this is the Final Fantasy orchestrated album produced by Nobuo Matsu. Next thing, and we follow up with Androids. Here I have Megamean in her school version from Konosuba. I already got the regular version of Megamean, but when I saw the school version, I had to get it as well. She's such a funny character, and I really liked the dress. I also got the dress up yukatas and the Summer Festival after parts, which we will look into right now. So there we go. Some little boxes. What's in here is basically a body part, or a body of an android, but no head. I only will show you one to make it easier. Pretty much like this. And the reason is that you can take the characters you already have and put them in different dresses. In this case in summer yukatas, which of course is really, really nice, especially if you do toy photography, which I want to get into at some point. So I got this as while it was still available. Here you have all different bodies. And it's nearly the same with the after parts, just that in this case it's basically just hands. Hands with different accessoires fitting to a summer festival, which also includes these little stand-up backgrounds. And that's it. So yeah, more Android stuff. Next thing that arrived is a Switch game, a limited edition from Play Asia, Dimension Drive. Now this is one of the games that's from Eastsoft, and those are all Play Asia exclusives. We also have this nice print, double-sided, and I think this is a sticker from the main character. Now let's take a look into it, because I'm sure it won't justify a special video. We have the box. It's so strange to have a box without an age rating. Oh, and it's sealed again. Oh, here we go. Let's open it up. Thank you for saving the universe and your support. Okay, and I have number 1860 from 3000. This is also cool. And we have the art book. Which is pretty neat. We have, of course, the game. We'll look at it in a second. And we have the soundtrack, which I will not open up now, but there you go with the track list. Now let's open it up. So, here we go. Oh, we have a manual. This is nice. And we have a faint artwork and the cartridge, obviously. And the manual. It's really an old-styled manual. It's not much, but I appreciate it and I love it. So yeah, that's the Dimension Drive limited edition from Play Asia. Now let's get to the next thing. The next two things will be Patreon rewards that I got, and I will start with the Switch player. Just like the other Nintendo magazine I showed you a while ago, this is a monthly Patreon financed magazine, purely on Switch games, which I find really cool. Now I have to look into both of these magazines, read both of them, and then decide if I'll continue to pick them up or if I'll drop one of them, or both maybe even. I will see. But on the first glance this looks really good, and I like that this has so many game reviews and game coverage. This is really not bad. Next thing. The next thing comes in this very plain letter. I can't show you the front because of the addresses, but I can show you the contents. This I got from being a top tier patron for Zamp. Zamp is one of two persons behind a German YouTube channel called Gaming Clerks. He has his own YouTube channel called Zamp Some, and he had his own webtoon, which these graphics are based on, these stickers, which I think also was called the Zamp. But what he also did, and what I want to advertise you as much as possible, he created his own game, and he's already on planning the next one, which is BlopCat. Yeah, Zamp is the creator of BlopCat, and if you haven't heard about BlopCat yet, BlopCat comes out on August 9th on Switch. It's also out on Steam and it's out on mobile, so I think it'll drop the mobile support very soon, if it hasn't already. So you might be a bit too late for that, but you can still get it on Steam, and yeah, it'll come out on Switch August 9th of August. Check this game out. It's not expensive, it's just a few bucks, but it's so cool. It's a nice little puzzle game. It has a cool multiplayer. I've seen the whole production of in the last 2 years, so I followed it on Patreon and on Twitter, and he made videos about how he created the game. And this card of CMYK and RGB girl is drawn by his girlfriend. Oh, don't let me mess up the name right now. Hengyo? Put the name on the screen. Who's also the artist behind BlopCat. And the music of BlopCat is by Piano Mask. I will link all of the Twitter accounts of them down there in the description, but keep in mind that Zamp and Piano Mask usually post in German. Hanyu usually posts in English. So yeah, really get this game. If you had the Dreamcast, you probably had ChuChu Rocket. As to my understanding, it was bundled with the Dreamcast. And BlopCat is a spiritual successor of ChuChu Rocket. It's basically Choo Choo Rocket in a new design, in a new aesthetic. So if you enjoyed Choo Choo Rocket, don't miss out on this game. I might make a let's play video of it as soon as it's available. I can highly recommend it to you. Alright, next thing. Now this wasn't a swift transition over to my favorite segment of these videos, the small artist support. And we'll start with a group project with a sign, not much sign, but this is a guidebook of the Fire Emblem Arcana. And we'll look in here first. This is how you use a tarot deck and who the artists behind the artworks are. It's really a nice guidebook. I've got a little Fire Emblem Arcana thank you note here, handwritten from the one who managed all of it, J-Star. Here's another thank you card. A huge thank you from all the team for purchasing Emblem Arcana. Your purchase has contributed toward important and life-changing research into childhood cancer. We hope you enjoy the deck as much as we did making it. Because yeah, all the profits they gained went into childhood cancer research, I think. Or well, it was a charity project. Then we have some stickers here. Show it to you from this distance, it's a bit easier on my arms. We have Celica. We have Ike. We've got Lucina. Hector. Mars. Erika. And Celica again. And now the heart piece, the tarot deck. I haven't even looked into it myself yet. It's the first time for me. And there are more goodies than just the tarot deck in here. There we go. Let's take a look at these first. We have 4 buttons. From Lynn Chrome, or with Lynn Chrome, Fee and Sigurd, who's here. And then we have the charm, there we go. And the charm design is from one of my favorite Fire Emblem artists, Osaki. The very, very cute Kiran with Fee. And we have got the Fire Emblem Arcana. Now, I love myself some tarot cards. Always loved them. I love the style, I love the design. I think this is the separation, the major and the smaller, minor Arcana. And I don't think I can show you every card, it would be too long. Or I'll just flip it over and don't say much about it. So you can have a glimpse on the cards. I don't know if it's still available. If it is, pick it up. It's such cool artwork. Look at it. Even if you don't have a special connection to tarot itself, this is a really, really cool art collection. There we go. This is Fire Emblem Arcana. Next thing. Next thing we have this design, Aquarius, and it came with a nice right print. And yeah, I stumbled upon it like many things over Twitter and couldn't resist to get the package. And it arrived just today actually. You are the ocean's grey waves, destined to seek life beyond the shore, just out of reach. Yet the waters ever change, flowing like time, passes yours to climb. I think I messed up the last line there. So here we have the design, and it came with a really beautiful bookmark. As you can see, it's half transparent, which makes the water effect really glowing. And if you haven't guessed it yet, yes, this sign is completely in the theme of Azura from Fire Emblem Fates. Does it still have a protective? Yes, it does. Okay, it seems it had just a protective file on the back. Here you see the charm that came with it. Really cool, like a water bottle. And the sign itself is from Azuraline, who loves Roy. Thank you so much for purchase. I'm so glad that as a Fire Emblem fan you give interest in my illustrations. I've really put all my effort on each of them. I hope you will enjoy this book as much as me when I play a Fire Emblem game. Now I, like usually, will only show part of it. It's not as Azura themed as I thought, but this is also more awesome. I love her artwork. It's really cool. And you don't see traditional artwork so often, which I think it's kind of sad, because traditional artwork usually has a different feel to it and makes it feels more precious. There's some guest fan art in here as well, if I remember correctly. Yes. For example, we have something from Vanini, we have something from Ceylin. It seems it's pages 32 and up, so from here on out is guest art. Bundle mills you might remember from the Delicious sign recently. And it's all traditional as well, which is cool. Oh, so is this good? Oh, this is hard to tell. Is it traditional or is it digital? Could be a very traditional style digitally, but I think it's traditional in theme of the book. Really cool sign. Alright, next thing. Now we come to the end of the video with something basically the whole family bought. My boyfriend found it cool, my mom found it cool, and I found it cool. So we all went ahead and bought these two prints from RobotCat, which join in for one big print, which is hard to see, I guess. I still have them in the foil, and I'll keep it in the foil if you don't mind. It's Overwatch meets Journey to the West. We have cool two characters on each side. Three characters on this side actually, since Reinhardt is also there. It's a very interesting choice to go with Reinhardt there instead of, yeah, you know, Roadhog, who's a pig. But I like it even more since it's Reinhardt, because he's my favorite character. He's my favorite Overwatch hero. So it's really nice to see him appreciated as well, and as you can see, you can join these artworks together for one huge print. Now she also has a lot of different artwork in this Japanese or Asian brush style. She also has Boku no Hero Academia or My Hero Academia artwork in this style. And she has a slightly safer for work variant of Mercy, who wears a bit over her belly. Now, in Germany, nudity isn't something to be frowned upon, and none of this household has an issue with nudity, so I of course went with the naked option. And she also has these as wall scrolls and as even bigger prints, I think. So check her shop out, check all the shops out that I will link down there in the description. Every single one of these artists has deserved your support, or deserves your support. So yeah, this is with this week's Week in Pickups video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you again. Until next time, see ya! Thank you so much for watching. You can check out my other videos covering collector's editions on the playlist on the upper left. Expect a new video on this channel every Tuesday and Thursday, and a LEGO Dimension video every Friday. Take a look on my other channel covering mystery box unboxings on the lower right. Until next time, see ya!